Hey folks, this is Best in Slot, and in this video we're going to dive a little bit deeper into the newly announced Twilight Pack for Planet Zoo, the upcoming DLC landing on the 18th of October. The DLC I am more excited about than I have been about any piece of DLC for Planet Zoo or Revolution 2 or any game ever made in history. Twilight Pack is of course nocturnal animals and lots of Halloween spooky decorations. It feels like it was made just for me. I know it wasn't, don't get me wrong, but that's how it feels. I'm very excited. Let's dig in and take a look. So, we will of course be doing a zoo on this pack, by the way. I don't think we're going to integrate it into our existing zoo because it doesn't really make any sense. Maybe we could do like a Halloween village in Elderwood though. That could be an idea. Anyways, getting distracted. So, straight up, first of all, we've got a lot of decorations. This pack is already interesting because we expected it to be an animal pack with 8 animals in it. That tends to be what they do. They go animal pack, decoration pack, animal pack, decoration pack. Instead, we've got 5 animals and then loads of decorations as per usual. Hopefully some little building pieces as well, but mainly really cool Halloween decorations. And we can see some of them here already. You can see these kind of wrought iron lanterns hanging down from these curled, gnarly roots popping up out of the ground, and we've got this wrought iron fence as well, sort of in the mid-ground here, which does look like a gate. It could be a gate to let your guests through into exhibits and stuff like that. Probably not, but you never really know. So let's take a look at the trailer. The trailer's fantastic as well, by the way. The raccoon darts across at the start here like it's in a horror film. It's set up beautifully. Obviously, we've got the mist rolling around. Again, we can get a better look at some of these trees hanging here, these very gnarled and grrrk, you know what I mean, kind of trees popping up out of the ground, the roots popping up out of the ground. The red on the ground here is the, we do already have that in game. I cannot for the life of me remember what it's called. So, tons of cool stuff. Oh man, my heart is so full today. I've just been talking about how much I love spooky time. Anyways, so we've got a few new things. We've got some very, what I love about this as well is daft stuff. It's stuff if you were properly going hard on the theming, you know, like Disneyland kind of stuff. So we've got these giant mushrooms. You can see here we've got a couple different types here. These large, glowing, probably colour changeable mushrooms, if I had to guess. We've got these tables here, these spiderweb sitting table kind of things, which is really cool. We've got, you can see more mushrooms over there. And then of course we've got the building set, which is kind of this, how would you classify it? German-esque? It feels a little German. It's got that sort of Bavarian kind of vibe to it a little bit to me. You could definitely see yourself building like a witch's house out of this, and you'd associate, I think, Germany back in the olden days with a lot of witch stories and stuff like that. That's the kind of feeling I get from it. We've got, you can see these again in a little bit, these little gargoyle kind of things, which is really, really cool. And we can see more of the wrought iron fences there. We've got what looks like an archway made out of the same material as the rest of the buildings. We've got a little cauldron over there as well, and another spiderweb, which isn't a table, it's sitting up, so there's going to be spiderweb items that we can use more generally as well. I'm sure there's other stuff, but this fence over here is a little bit different as well. And this signpost, that sign looks a little bit different to me in the bottom right corner. That's new, I think. It's got like a little head on it. I love a little, no, we're not doing that joke. Right, moving on. It's hard to see, it's nighttime. So yeah, there we can see the spiderweb again. We can see the cauldron in a little bit more detail as well. Look at the gargoyle! It's so cool. I hope we have multiple gargoyles. That will make me very happy. It looks amazing. It really does. Again, we can see those roots propping up from the ground over here on the right hand side as well. There's little candles by the gargoyle, these little baby candles. And we've also got pumpkins over here in the bottom right corner. You can just see our first pumpkin there. There's some over there as well. We can see multiple colours there. Hopefully they're colour changeable. Flexicolour, as it's called. Man! So, we've got some new stuff here. These are, all these flowers here, these look colour changeable, flexicolour as well, because you can see we've got pink ones, we've got purple ones, we've got white ones over there. They look like foxgloves. Do they look like foxgloves? I don't want to say that so confidently in case I'm stupid, but they resemble in what I picture a foxglove to look like. I love this little raccoon there poking out of the grass, observing everyone as they stroll past. There we go, we've got another gargoyle, we've got a wolf-style gargoyle as well. Dun 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 dun. Wait, where was this? I haven't actually sat down and watched the trailer properly. Look, the eyes, they come in. Okay, so we've got loads of... In classic horror movie fashion, we've got eyes that you can then hide in the darkness, in the tree line, in the bushes. I think they're just like little items that glow, essentially. I don't know if it's like an actual sitting item anywhere, or I don't know, actually. It's quite hard to tell, but you can see we've got several different types. We've got these round ones over here, these ones that are cut in, these ones that are cut in the other side, round ones there, and these very sharp, angry looking spooky ones. You can imagine having like a wall of like dark bushes and forest and having these eyes all popping in there. The fact that it comes in halfway through could just be a trick of the trailer, but if we can set these to like on a timer or to fluctuate somehow so they do just pop in every now and again, that would be even cooler. That would make me very, very happy. What's going on here again? VLC, sort your life out. We've got some stalagmites and stalactites as well, so we can build proper caves finally. Not something we were able to do before. If you've watched me build caves before, you've seen me fight so hard to build realistic looking caves, and it's always been hard work, but that's going to make it even cooler. And then the raccoon starts to plot the demise of everybody at the end. Yeah, Twilight Pack coming on the 18th of October, so 11 days time. We're going to go check it out very quickly on the Steam page as well. We've got more screenshots, we can get a little bit more detail. Okay, here we go. So let's get the information first of all. Creep into the mysterious world of crepuscular animals with the Planet Zoo Twilight Pack. Features 5 incredible new species, 200 detailed scenery pieces, and the first new career scenario since Planet Zoo's... Oh, new career. Interesting. Is Bernie back? I hope Bernie's back. That would make me very happy. We're going to have to play that. I'm excited about that. Get ready to meet your rascally new residents, including mischievous raccoons and cunning foxes. It's a fox, not a wolf. Don't know what I'm on about. Enhance your park with a generous helping of Twilight-themed props and decorations, and dive into a deep new career scenario set in the beautiful surroundings of Transylvania. 5 Twilight animals. So, we get the raccoon, the red fox, the wombat, the skunk, and the fruit bat. Usually found in dens, burrows, and caves, you'll be able to make these adorable species feel right at home by building cozy new habitats for them. Invite visitors to get a glimpse of elusive raccoons away from their familiar urban hunting grounds and in more natural looking settings. Find your favourite red fox from a wide variety of stunning colour morphs, including silver, black, white, cross and piebald, which is a new thing that's getting added with the next patch as well, where certain animals will have, you know, where it's like patches of uncoloured fur, basically. That's being added as a new mechanic in the next game. See how wombats and skunks live, play, and raise their young in burrows, and care for a colony of awesome Egyptian fruit bats in an all-new walkthrough exhibit that lets guests step inside as bats or Okay, 2 reasons this is exciting. That's 4. 2 reasons this is exciting. First of all, that's how you experience bats in zoos very often, right? You walk through like a bat habitat kind of thing, and they fly all around the place. The other reason I would say that's interesting is because that would seem to be a really good setup for like an aviary potential thing down the line, right? Bats, first of all, flying creatures. And they're going to fly around your guests. You could imagine like a walk-through aviary kind of thing dealing with the same mechanic. And a new pumpkin ball. Over 200 scenery pieces. Unleash your creativity with a slew of inspired new scenery. Embrace the night with bubbling cauldrons, spiderweb props, eye decals, and a variety of carved pumpkins. Construct detailed castles and villages with fresh architectural components, including walls, towers, timber, and metal. And add creepy foliage, including naturally twisted bristlecone pine, shade-loving ivy, ghost fungus. Finally, we're going to have fungus in the game. And foxglove. I was right, I'm a genius. It's called Lusmore in Irish. Weirdly enough, I was writing a horror book recently. I'm still working on it. And foxglove plays quite an important role, so I'm glad I got that. Whether adorning a street corner with grinning gargoyles or erecting an imposing wooden portcullis over your zoo entrance, we're going to have to make a new zoo, aren't we? These appealing new scenery pieces capture the spirit of this Planet Zoo pack, expand your zoo in a different direction, and give your guests a whole new area to explore. And then the career. So I should have done this. I feel bad. Welcome to Transylvania. Join Nancy in rehabilitating a perplexing zoo where escaped foxes roam freely. Adopt and care for a multitude of different species, build beautiful habitats, and even rescue a Himalayan brown bear from a rich socialite to reverse the fortunes of your struggling enterprise and get guests flowing through the gates once more. The first career scenario since Planet Zoo's debut DLC is the deep, rich, and immersive campaign with a uniquely atmospheric edge. So, all very exciting. It's a shame it's Nancy, not Bernie, but Nancy's cool. Right, let's check out these screenshots. Oh, man, my heart. Okay. That's number 5 first. That's the wrong order. So, here we go. We've got, well, we saw this one already. We kind of saw this already in the trailer, but just a nice sort of slightly more clear look at everything. I really like this shop over here. I don't know if that's meant to be... It's like an archway. You can kind of see it over here on the right. I think they've just put the shop counter in the archway, but still, it's quite an effective look. You just want to build like a creepy little medieval town, though. Of raccoons playing with the water fountain. Again, they're doing their little meh, meh, meh kind of thing. We can get a glimpse there of what looks like the portcullis as well. You could use it as a window, clearly. It looks really good there, actually. More of these hanging lights. That's a really interesting shape actually on that lantern there. Very unusual looking. And even just having people up there. I was in Disney really recently. Like I was in Disneyland like 2 or 3 weeks ago in Paris, and there's inside the Disney castle looks basically exactly like this. That's all I'm saying. I'm even a big Disney fan, really. I wonder if this is the Korea scenario. I imagine this is the Korea scenario. Look at that castle on top of the hill, though. Definitely gonna have to do that as well. Maybe there's a castle over. We're gonna have to write like a whole backstory for some creepy town. I'll think about it. We've got bats, fruit bats, and you can see there people entering from that right hand side, and then there's like a special, and I think that's a feed tray actually, so they're just walking by underneath there. It looks like we can decorate it inside though. I imagine it's basically like a big exhibit building, basically, like a big box. And it'll be populated with bats. Are they going to have automated flying paths, or is it going to be AI driven? Unsure, because assumably if you put loads of decorations in, then the bats would fly through it, right? Maybe there's a limited amount of decoration. Maybe you can't decorate inside it. Maybe those decorations are just there by default kind of thing. And it'll be like existing exhibits where you kind of toggle things on. We'll have to wait and see. But either way, the bats look fantastic. They really do. And it's such a cool animal to finally get, because it's such a staple of zoos as well. It really is in so many zoos in the world, if not like the vast majority. So very cool. And then finally, this lovely stuff. We've got this old stone bridge over the top of the river. The stalagmites or stalactites? Right, stalagmites. Stalagmites are on the floor because if you look at an M for mite, it's like that, right? It's poking up. And tights, it's like that with the T. It's hanging down. That's how you remember. I hope. But yeah, the caves are going to look so much better now. We can build indoor waterways and stuff like that. Fill it with bats. Fill it with gargoyles. That's another. I think that's another gargoyle there. I think there's one for every animal, and they look terrifying. Man! I'm excited. I don't know what we're going to do yet. I don't know if we're going to build a new zoo and then go back to World Zoo. I do miss playing Planet Zoo. I just burnt myself out a little bit, you know, and it's been a crazy few months for my life. But I would like to get back to it. So I'm not saying Elderwood's gone, even if because I really want to continue Elderwood. I had some big plans. So even if we go do a new zoo, we'll go back to Elderwood eventually. Those will be the two that we run. But my temptation to build like I just don't know if I can justify like a little medieval village and a castle and stuff in Elderwood. We might have to build a new zoo. I will think about that. I don't know. I don't have access to DLC or anything, so I'll have a little think about that. There's a lot of cool things coming with patch 1.11. I haven't talked about it yet. I'll just show you this very quickly. Our staff members will be able to showcase exhibit animals, which is really cool. Not the ones that'll kill them, obviously. And there's some of the piebald. Is it piebald or peebold? I think it's piebald. And animal behaviours, when animals escape, they can knock over bins and stuff like that. There's some cool little behaviours coming. Either way, Twilight Pack, 11 days time. You can wishlist it on Steam right now. Go do that immediately. And yeah, thank you very much for joining me. We'll be back tomorrow with some Evolution 2 Park Build, our Paleo Zoo. And I'll see you lovely folks then. Thank you very much for joining me. Cheers, much love, as always. Bye-bye.
Houston, if you're ready, we'll maneuver. Reaching out.